What up, you guys? It's your girl Sugar Bop, and I'm back with another video. How are y'all doing today? Okay, it's like mad late here, and yeah, I'm used to being up at night though, so like all night long. So this is nothing to me. Like I do this all the time. Yeah, so as you can and why do it still look dark? It looked dark on that side all of a sudden. Mhm. Alright, so, as you can tell by the title, this is going to be a true story. So just to let you know, you probably won't get this video until either Sunday or Monday. So yeah, but if you haven't already, watched, tonight's video and last night's video, go back and watch that. And also, I have a video coming out tomorrow, which will be Thursday. At 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go look at that video. That's another true story. Right? Yeah. I filmed like 3 videos in 1 week, y'all. I'm getting better with this, but like, I can't keep track now. It's crazy. Anyway, but before we get into today's true story, if you're new here, welcome, welcome. Become an official Sugar Bear by hitting that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well so you know when I post a video. And why would you want to do that? Because it's beautiful over here. And I forgot my phone and it's got my notes on it. But you know what? I'm going to try to remember. Okay, because this is not recent. This was like many, many years ago. And when I tell you about who left me for dead, we talk about my ex, but we not talking about me. Because wasn't nothing heard about me, okay? He was as square as they come, just to let you know. Nah. And see, one thing about me, if you don't know me personally, I used to date all hood dudes. And when I say hood dudes, I don't mean like gang members. I just mean like dudes that was out there in the streets, but not doing that in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I mean, at the time I was dating the dude anyway, he wasn't like that. He had gave his life to Christ. Gave his life to Christ. Y'all already know who I'm talking about, okay? And I don't remember what I named him in that one video, my most toxic relationship. So I'm just gonna name him Grimy, cause this nigga was grimy as, okay? He was grimy, especially to me. Yeah. So let's get on to it. This dude took me to the hood and left me for dead. Alright, so one night, right? We was all like chilling or whatever. And we always was like riding out to the city, like late at night. What we would do is, we would like sleep during the day, and then at night we'd be up like all night long. Well, not all the time, but like sometimes we'd be up all night long, depending on whatever plans we had. You know what I'm saying? We'd be up all night, and we would just go to the city and, visit his old friends that he had, or, just whatever the case may be. We was always out there. And if we wasn't out in the city, we was like doing other things. Like, yeah, but we was mostly always in the city. You know what I'm saying? Or we'd be at his cousin's house. So yeah, it was. So this particular night was like nothing new. Well, it was kind of new how he did me, but I mean, it wasn't nothing new. The fact that we was out in the city and we was just like hanging out. Now, one thing about me, and I'm gonna let you know because this is a key point, okay? I go down out in the city with him, but I don't know nothing about the city streets, okay? Only he know that. So, if he gonna take me out to the city, he always tell me where to go, cause that's his, old stomping grounds. That's where he used to be at all the time when he was younger, before he turned his life around and gave it to Christ. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be doing like the air quotes, but that was baloney. No offense. You know, nobody's perfect. I do know this. But I'm the type of person, I'm not going to fake the funk for nobody, baby. Yes, I believe in God. Yes, I know He exists. Yes, I know He watches over me. Yes, I know He blesses me. Yes, I know He loves me. Yes, I know He gave Jesus His only Son, you know, for my sins, this, that, and the third. I know this and I believe it. But I'm not no sister super Christian, and I never proclaimed to be that, okay? Never. But him, on the other hand, you couldn't tell him he wasn't Mr. Church, big church goer, and I'm the model example of what a Christian should be like, and yeah, you couldn't tell him nothing because he just thought he had it all figured out. Anyway, so like I was saying, this one particular night, don't know how it started, but like I said, we was always like hanging out in the city or whatever, and it was always like the hood spots and whatnot. Um, and just a side note, I remember this one particular time, and I was just thinking about this the other day. I want to say it was it was yesterday. I was just thinking about this. Um, I remember this one particular time, Grimy and his sister and me, we all were supposed to go to this like um um bar or whatever, like a few minutes, like maybe like 20 minutes up the road from my house or whatever. But some stuff had popped off, and I'm stuttering. Some stuff had popped off or whatever, so we couldn't go up in there. And we ended up going downtown in the city to this little hole in the wall hood spot, and I just was like, what am I doing here? Yes, I got nice, cause like I said, I used to drink in my 20s, honey. I used to drink, but I mean, this place was a hole in the wall. Yes, the people were nice though. Like the people were really friendly and whatnot, but like, why did you take us to the rat hole? Like, when we could have found somewhere else to be outside the city limits. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, anyway, he just really loved, and it's like he had this thing, and this was my thought about it. He was older than me. Like, he was older at that point when we got together, but for me, it felt like he was trying to relive his, um, his younger years. It felt to me like he was trying to relive his younger years, like he was trying to, I don't know. Yeah, that's the only way I can explain it. I thought I had another way to explain it, but I'm at a loss for words. He was trying to like get his groove back, or whatever you want to say, like, cause the stuff he was doing before he had went to jail, he prison wherever he went, I believe it was, I think it was jail. Don't stop me lying. The things he was doing before he had got locked up. Um, he was like trying to do those things again. Not everything, because like I said, he thought he was like the model Christian and whatnot. But I mean, I know better than that, because the things he was doing, Christians don't do. And I'm not trying to judge nobody. That's not what I do, honey. It's just that I know how he would pretend in front of his church people, like his church friends and stuff. But I knew the real him outside of that. Like, I knew that was not really, that's not the life he was living. He was not living like that in real life. And I only knew because I was around him like all the time, and I was his girlfriend, so I knew him very well. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, back to the story. So this one particular night, I don't know where we was coming from, and I don't know if we was already in the city or if we had come from his cousin's house or whatever the case may be. I don't know where we was coming from, but like we had went down like deep downtown, and I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you where I was, like, but apparently he had got a phone call from one of his family members that I think it was like his cousin or something, Like, he was like, something was going on with his cousin. He was like, I gotta get there to try to, help him or whatever. So, little faithful, loyal Shalene just riding through, because that's what we do almost every weekend. Ride out to the city and just hang with whoever he know or whatever. And like I said, I don't know where I was. I don't know city streets like that, okay? I'm gonna keep it 100. Some places I do know, and that's because I like frequent that spot. But it's like only one or two places in the city that I know, okay? And I don't try to go no further than that because I don't like getting lost. Anyway, I do know one thing though. It was past one of the spots that I knew, but it was like way, 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 way down the road. Like, yeah. Anyway, so he like, yeah, I'm gonna go in here real quick, I'm gonna be right back. So I'm like, okay, I'm out in the car, just, you know, be right back turns into an hour, then another hour rolls by, then maybe another. I might be exaggerating, but it felt like to me, it was about 3 hours I was sitting outside in that car. In a place I don't know where I'm at, and it's in the middle of the night, and it's dark, and it's the city. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just like, I never ever left his side. Any other time we was out in the city, I was always right there, knowing for a fact he gonna protect me. That was one good thing about him, though. He would protect me. But, I mean, in this instance, he did not do that. And I was so mad with him. So, like I said, I'm out waiting in the car, and I'm just like, looking at the clock, and I'm just like, do, 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 listening to the radio, twiddling my thumbs. Grimy ain't came outside yet. And it's been, like I said, maybe like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna call Grimy on the phone, see if he pick up. Grimy did not pick up the phone when I called him. No, I'm lying. He did. He picked up the phone that time. And he was like telling me, what was going on, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay. We hang up the phone. I'm like thinking, oh, he finna come outside. Nah. Because another hour rolled by. Grimy did not come outside. So I'm like calling and calling and calling. And this time he's not picking up the phone. So I'm like, you know what? I seen what house he went in. I'm finna go knock on the door. Because this nigga done lost his mind leaving me out here like this. And I gave you a ride out of the kindness of my heart. Yeah, I'm your girlfriend, but I was not obligated to ride you out here. Anyway, and then too, we had my mama's rental car. So like, yeah, no, I was ready to get up out of there because I was getting sleepy. And when I get sleepy, sometimes I get real reckless. I'm gonna keep that 100 with you. I get real reckless. And at least that's how I used to be. Every now and then I am like that. But like, I was real, real bad way back then. Like, when I would get tired, I'd be a whole savage. I'm telling you, I did not care if I hurt your feelings. I say whatever, I do whatever until I got to go to bed. So, this one particular time. And that was one thing about me. Like, anytime, I almost said his name. Lord have mercy. I'm glad I didn't. Anytime Grimy would, like, do something to me or he would yell at me, I would never respond to it. Like, I would never get mad. Like, except for, like, towards the end of the relationship. Of course, I did get mad because I'm like, I've had enough. But, like, I would never get mad. If he yelled at me, I just stand there and take it with my head down like I'm a little kid or something. Because that's how he made me feel. He made me feel really, really small, like all the time. And that's how he would treat me. Like I was just a grain of sand or something. Like he did not know how to talk to me the proper way. He did not know how to communicate the proper way. Everything was always yell, 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 yell. And all I ever wanted was for him to just be patient with me and be calm. Yeah, maybe I might have did some things that made him angry, but at the same time, if I'm your girlfriend or whatever we was that day, because the situation was always changing with him. If we like close like that, you could at least have the decency to talk to me like an adult. Be calm about it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I would never yell at that man. I never yelled at him. Even when he made me mad, I never yelled at him. Except for this one particular time I'm trying to tell y'all about. This time and then, a little bit before the end of our whatever we was. Might as well call it a situationship, because at that time we was not together. Yeah, but so anyway, but the crazy thing about that was he liked to parade me around like I was his girlfriend, but in my mind I'm like, I know better than that. I'm not your girlfriend. You just looking at me like I'm a piece of, and you already know what I'm. Use your imagination, okay? Use your imagination. And that too, no offense. I'm not saying all hood dudes is like that, but that's what made me like stop talking to hood dudes. Because some of them just don't know how to express their feelings in the proper way. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I learned with him, and that's just by analyzing the situation, he did not know what real love was. Like, he did not know how to love the proper way. And his mom even told me that, God rest her soul. She tried to warn me about him, and his sister tried to warn me about him, but I just would not listen. I thought I loved him, and he would say he loved me, so I thought that's what it was, but words and actions don't match up. That means it's not real. But anyway, like I was saying, so, I'm blowing up Grimy phone, like, what's going on here? Why he not picking up the phone, right? So I was like, bump that. I'm gonna go knock on the door of the house that I seen him go in. So I don't know who that was that answered the phone. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not about to try to put the pieces to that puzzle together. All I know is it was a family member. And I'm like, hey, is Grimy in there? And they like, I don't know. Let me go look. So then, Grimy came outside and we standing on the porch. And he like, I ain't gonna lie to you, Grimy was faded that day. That night, rather. He was faded. So, like, he wasn't nothing really bothering him for real. He just was in his own little world. Yeah, but, yeah, one thing I could say about him was when he was faded, he was, all that yelling stuff went out the window. He was calm. He was cool and collected, okay? Anyway, so like I was saying, Grimy came outside and he talked to me like, what you doing? Basically like, what you doing knocking on the door? And I'm just like, well, what you thought I was gonna do? Wait for you to decide to answer the phone? Like, hello? Like, what is going on? Can we go now? Because, yeah, like I said, this was one of the times I did get angry and aggressive, and I yelled at him because I'm like, Doug, it's in the middle of the night. I want to go to bed, and you up here playing. Like, Grimy, come on, let's go. because he knew I did not know where I was at or how to get home. So Grimy like, alright, I'm gonna be right there. Just go back to the car. Like I said, this dude was faded, so nothing was really phasing him for real. Went back to the car. Grimy never came outside. Let me tell you what Grimy did instead. I don't know if it was like an hour later, but Grimy called me on the phone. Like, yeah, Shalene, trying to tell me how to get home. Now, if you are a real one, like how you supposed to be, when you go somewhere with somebody, y'all supposed to leave together. You know what I'm saying? That's like the golden rule. You're not supposed to leave somebody out on stuck like that. Like, that's why I named him Grimy Girl, girl and bruh, whoever watching. Cause that was not okay for him to do that. We out in, in the hood and whatnot, and I don't know nobody, don't know how to get home. He like, go this way, then go that way, then go this way. Then I'm like, here we go with the dum-dum. Okay. So, I went back to the car. No, I was in the car when he called me to say that. And I'm just like, bruh, can you just like come on? Can you just like come on? He like, Shalene, go this way. He repeating himself basically, go this way, then go that way, then go this way, then go that way. I hung up the phone, and I was gonna attempt this. But then, girl, whoever watching this, I keep saying girl, I'm sorry. But like, so I turned the corner, right? I hit a right, like out the street to try to get to the main, cause you make a right, and then you make another right, and that's the main road. Like I said, I don't know where I was at. And this was the left me for dead part, cause, yeah, how dare you do that? It's a crackhead on the corner laughing and talking to himself. He look at me, start laughing, and I'm getting scared to death, cause I'm like, it's dark out here, and I don't know this man. What if he try to do something to me? Like, Grimy put my life in danger all the way that night, like, and it was not okay. So I turned around, called Grimy on the phone again, like, Grimy, can you just please come on? He like, here we go again. Shalene, go this way, go that way, go this way. And I'm exaggerating with that part because it was a straight shot, come to find out. It was a straight shot. I just kept going all the way down, and it took me to the highway, to where I needed to go, and I knew where I was at by then. But I'm just like, bruh, that was the left me for dead part. Because why you going to sit up there, have me out here, and God knows where I'm at, and then go and try to be like, oh, I'm going to chill here, and you can just go home. Like I said, it was a crackhead on the corner. The nigga was laughing and talking to himself. What if, he decide in his brain he want to be on some other stuff? The car would have probably been jacked. I probably would have been standing outside. Like, dang, I can't believe that just happened. And it was a rental. So how was I going to explain that to my mom that somebody carjacked me? Anything could have happened to me. Anything. And that was the left me for dead part. Okay? So, I just went ahead, did what he said, and I made it home safely. Don't ask me what time it was. All I know is it was in the middle of the night. I want to say maybe like 3 a.m., almost 4 a.m., something like that. But yeah. So, a few days later, I get a phone call, and it's late at night again. Only difference was this time, my mom was here, by the grace of God. Now, granted, like I said, back when I was dating Grimy, me and my mom did not get along because she did not like him. But at the same time, I was happy for her in this moment. It was God that had her there at that moment. Now that I think about it, you know what I'm saying? It was God that placed her there in that moment, had her with me to protect me because of what I'm about to tell you. So it's like late at night, right? In the middle of the night, me and my mom's chilling in the back room. She was on the computer playing cards or whatever, and I'm just on the phone. Now, usually, I don't even be around my mom when I'm on the phone talking to Grimy, because like I said, I know she don't like her. But I was there that day. Like, we was, like, around each other that day. So Grimy pick up the phone like, hey, I need you to come pick me up where you left me at. My dumb tail, like I said, trying to be loyal, even though I didn't want to. I was like, alright. He like, you remember where you were supposed to go? I was like, yeah, lying through my teeth. Because if I got lost, I was going to call him like, I don't know where I'm at. And that was going to be facts. And I don't care if he was going to get mad. But the thing that saved me from having to go out there that time of night was my mom sitting right there talking about, no, you not. And I was thankful for that. Like I said, yeah, me and moms was beefing, but in that very moment, I was so thankful that she was there because I did not want to go out there in the middle of the night, put my life in danger yet again to go pick him up. Because here's the tea on that. You shouldn't have been out there in the first place, okay? And you shouldn't have left me for dead. But I forgave that, you know what I'm saying? I was ready and willing to go back out there to go get him. But I didn't want to because I was scared because it's the city and I don't know the city and it's dark outside and it's the middle of the night, like I said. Like I said, Moms was there. Moms was there to say no. And I very much obliged her in the decision because I did not want to go. I was thankful for her in that moment. And I did not let her know that. Because in a sense, I was thankful. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm grown. How you going to tell me I can't go do what I want? But that was God looking out, man. He placed her where she needed to be in that moment. And I'm ever so grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? That was like one of the times I was happy to see her face in the place. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But he ended up calling somebody, like one of his church members, to come pick him up. So and I want to say it was like the next day they came to pick him up. And so, yeah, that's how he ended up getting back getting back to his house. And, yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed this true story. That was about the time Grimy left me for dead in the hood. Yeah. But like I said in the beginning, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well so you know when I post a video. Thank you so much for all the love that you show, all the support that you show. Anybody that decides to come join the Sugar Bear family, I appreciate you as well. You know, we at 36 right now, but we gonna grow. We gonna continue to grow. We gonna keep going. We gonna keep striving for greatness, y'all. I love y'all so very much. Stay safe out here. Be careful who you hang around. Don't let people influence you into these bad situations like I was. And like I told y'all, in my 20s, I was dumb as hell. I used to make some dumb decisions. And most of it was with Grimy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Mute, I met Mute when I was 31. So that don't count. But like, yeah, most of my bad decisions was when I was with Grimy. You know, I'm not gonna put all the blame on him Because at the end of the day, I was grown and I decided to make those decisions and follow what he was doing. And yeah. I mean, I'm not excusing how he treated me or nothing like that, but at the same time, like I said, I was grown and I knew better. The things I was doing with Grimy, I never did those things in my entire life. He really, that that's why we was toxic. We was toxic for each other, or he was toxic for me rather. But yeah, I was young and dumb. And we all go through it. I'm telling you, if there's somebody out there that says they never made a bad decision when they were younger, they are lying. They are lying. Okay? But anyway, like I said, stay safe out here. Keep it breezy. Check on your loved ones. And until the next video, I'll catch you. Bye.